Howdy y'all, I hope you guys are all doing well, I hope you guys are safe, and I hope you guys are healthy. Just wanted to say happy holidays to every single person out there watching a video of mine. I hope you guys are able to celebrate your respective holidays in the safest possible way. And today's video is going to be a kind of a Christmas list, but more so just kind of my top 10 grails of all time. Up to this point, up to the point of Christmas of 2020. And so as I learn about new brands and pieces and just more information in general, the list tends to consistently change year by year or even season by season. So really this can be updated with new items, honestly, like tomorrow if I find something interesting. So right now, what I regard as my top tier items. Some of these I may have mentioned before and some may come as a surprise to you, and if they do, I would love to hear about it. Let me know if there's anything that you predict that I think I would want. And yeah, let's have a conversation. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. The items that are in this list I do not own in my collection as of yet for whatever reason. It might be because I don't have enough money saved up yet, or they're a little too rare to find. For whatever reason, I couldn't get it in my collection so far, and that's not to say that they'll never end up in my collection. I really hope they do one day, but who's to say at this point? So the first item on the list is going to be a pair of boots from VISVIM. They are going to be the DECOY duck boot. And oh my goodness, these boots are absolutely beautiful. They're a little out of the ordinary for what I would usually wear. I'm not really a big fan of duck boots, but when I saw these, particularly on Julian Fetterman, I think that's his name, yeah, definitely follow his page. He has some of the best VISVIM collections of all time, second to only, I don't know, John Mayer. Yeah, so I saw these boots and I honestly absolutely fell in love with them. They are so unique in nature and they don't look like a regular duck boot. They look so much more rugged and like truly like a boot that is something special. So I definitely encourage you guys to at least take a look at it. I know it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but they just hit different for me. They are so very beautiful. So the second item on the list is going to be the DIOR Fall Winter 17 Dan WITZ Mosh Pit denim jacket. I think this is so absolutely amazing. I've only ever seen it in person once. When I used to work retail, there was a guy who came in and said he actually had bought it at a DIOR outlet, which blew my mind. And it's not really the fact that this jacket or this denim is by DIOR, but more so that it is a basically all over picture print from the photographer Dan WITZ, and it's just a mosh pit. It's just a bunch of dudes just going at each other. And if you don't know my music taste, I'm a big fan of rock music and I quite enjoy being in a mosh pit. It's kind of indicative of my music taste, and I really do love this piece just because it looks so very cool. Just the print kind of emulates what I like. The jacket just looks beautiful. It is a rather slim looking jacket, but that's okay. It is just, oh man, something that I really wish to have in the future, but they do go for a crazy amount of money. The duck boots I think go for anywhere like up to $1,000 if I'm not mistaken, and then the mosh pit denim jacket, let me actually look it up real quick. So the cheapest that I'm seeing online on Grailed right now is actually like $1,500, which I am not ready to spend that on a single piece just yet. Maybe in the future, who knows? I would love to have it. So yeah, just for the sake of me loving rock music, I really want this denim jacket. So next up is another denim jacket because I really cannot get enough of them. It is going to be the KAPITAL BORO denim jacket. I've mentioned it before in my previous videos and it's pretty easy to see why I love it so much. Just simply the work and the craftsmanship that goes into making BORO fabrics, and just this jacket in general is absolutely beautiful. I've seen a couple for sale that like have dipped below $2,000, which is crazy. I at least right now could not spend $2 grand on a single jacket, but hopefully in the future, if my bank account allows it, I would absolutely love to own this jacket, because it is just, the details are throughout the entire garment, and it is just one of the most detailed things I've ever seen in my life. This next one is going to be the HELMUT Lang Fall Winter. I think it is 98 or 99 if I'm not mistaken. It is the black M69 FLAK jacket. This thing is the top tier bomber in my eyes. I love bomber jackets. I think they're great. The cropped length definitely looks like it gives me a little bit of height. I'm not very tall, but having a crop jacket for me actually just makes it look like my legs are that much longer, and this FLAK jacket looks so very, very, very good. It has a couple of details to the side where it's kind of like tied at the side, and then the collar comes up a little higher to kind of give it like a bomber turtleneck type of look. It is so beautiful. It is the perfect blend of designer and military wear. I can't say enough good things about it. It is just a black jacket though, and so the devil is in the details. I absolutely love this one, and the only one that I could find particularly in black was about $3 grand. The next thing I have on my list, so it is the Right Technical Jacket 3.1. If you don't know what Post-Archive Faction is, it is actually a brand out of Korea, which I was introduced to through Gizmo's channel, which honestly, if you've never seen Gizmo's channel, definitely check him out. He is one of the best YouTubers out today, but the brand Post-Archive Faction has such a fascinating brand. They have what's kind of broken up into 3 different categories: left, center, and right. Or is it left, middle, and right? I don't really know. But left is the most experimental version of whatever they're making. The center is kind of what they call the bridging silhouette, and then the right is going to be the more wearable, the most wearable form of that one garment. And I think that concept is so very cool. What I love about this jacket is that it is so beautiful in how it's created and how it's made. The zipper is very asymmetrical and kind of has a shape that I've never seen. This like curved zipper, when you unzip it, it kind of has this like interesting kind of waving effect. It is just such a nuanced item that it's beautiful in my eyes. So this one is actually probably the most affordable of the bunch. But still rather expensive. The cheapest one that I was able to find was about $500, which isn't impossible, but I'm not willing to drop that just yet. Maybe in the near future, maybe we'll have a review about Post-Archive Faction, who knows? But moving on to the next one. So the next one is going to be a shoe. Finally something that is not a jacket, although yeah, pretty much almost everything on this list is a jacket, I'm realizing now, which is kind of weird. But it is a shoe from GUIDI. I have one pair of shoes from GUIDI. They are beautiful. I love them so very much. The leather is top tier. I cannot stress enough how good GUIDI's leather is, and that is exactly what they're known for. But the one that I really would like would be the GUIDI modulated hiking boot. Prior, I was not a big fan of hiking boots. Hiking boots are really weird, chunky, and just strange looking in my opinion, but this hiking boot is so very beautiful. I particularly want the calf leather iteration, but there's not much to say. It's a hiking boot made of top tier leather, and it's the way I've seen it worn. It's just been absolutely beautiful. Especially with loose pants, this thing looks so great. So the next thing that's up on the list for my grails is going to be a jacket from Ambush. Yes, we are back to jackets, but Ambush, the Ambush Raw Edge kimono jacket in black is something that I really would love to have. I initially saw this on Sanjeev, and Sanjeev is one of the biggest inspirations for me for starting YouTube and exploring fashion actually as well. So shout out to Sanjeev for that, and I really appreciate his videos, and I really just love the content he's pumping out right now. But moving on from that, the Ambush jacket is just so dope. He has the like olive green iteration of it, where I would really like the black iteration. I'm really edging my way towards having a more so primarily black wardrobe, just because everything fits together effortlessly if it is all black. But These retail for somewhere around $1,500, which is a lot to me, so I can't do that right now. I keep saying that for everything. I can't do that for any of these things. That's why they're on this list. But I digress. It is such a beautiful detailed jacket. It looks like it originates from a blazer from which they kind of made raw edges to and kind of tied in an interesting way on the side. It is so very cool, something that I really want to see in person and see what the material is like. I want to see if it's made from actual from an actual blazer or if it's just the shape of the garment, and I'm not entirely sure just yet. And I don't think there's anywhere in Vegas that actually sells this in person. So who knows? So it is the Rick Owens Moncler puffer jacket. It looks absolutely incredible, and what I think is the best part of it is the radiating quilting detail from the middle. I think it looks so very cool, and how the lines just kind of line up with each other, and it still has that like Rick Owens like turtleneck type of like upper closure. I'm not even sure what to call that either. This one really eludes me. It's really hard to describe, so I'll have pictures up obviously, but I love this jacket. It is rather expensive. I think the last one that I saw was going for somewhere upwards of like maybe $2.5 grand. Super cool jacket, and it is just, again, I really like cropped bombers. Cropped bombers are my friend. I need to put an outfit up with a cropped bomber on. I realize now. Anyway, Rick Owens Moncler cropped puffer, whatever it's called. The next up is going to be from Craig Green. Now, I don't own anything from Craig Green as of yet. I really want to. Super cool designer in my eyes. Super interesting. And again, I think really what's drawing me towards his clothing is that he does utilize a lot of quilting in his clothing. So what I would really like is an iteration of the workwear jacket. Really any color would do great for me. Any pattern, color, whatever. I would just really enjoy a Craig Green workwear jacket. They are really cool. They usually have kind of a cinching at the waist to kind of slim it down. Usually they're very boxy, but then the kind of tie at the waist slims it down, and I think it's just really interesting looking. And so I would like that. I would like it in all black just because I would want the details to speak for itself, but I do see a lot of other people putting outfits with like other patterns and silhouettes of his that are just amazing, and I would really like to kind of delve into that kind of area of fashion. Alright, and last but certainly not least, it is going to be the extremely elusive Apparition Leather Doc Martens from MIHARA YASUHIRO. If you don't know and never heard of this one, I wouldn't be surprised. I've only seen a couple of pictures, and I can only find a couple of pictures out there. But they were featured in MIHARA YASUHIRO's Spring 2018 collection, and oh my goodness, these are so beautiful. They're basically a regular Doc Marten boot or kind of like derby, which I'm already a big fan of, but it also has this transparent leather that's on top of the Doc Marten. That kind of gives it a more, you see beneath it that it has like laces and everything, but the leather on top of it kind of makes it a zipper boot because it has a zip to the side to kind of put your foot in. So I don't know if the actual laces are functional, but it is just so crazy how this thing is made and constructed and how it looks. It's just honestly one of the most fashion forward things I've ever seen, and I do not know if they've ever went into full production, which is the issue. I've never seen one for sale. I honestly wouldn't even know what to look up to find one, but because I've never seen one for sale, I'm not sure if they made it to full retail. I really think this shoe is absolutely amazing. With this one, I'm not even picky. Honestly, if I am somehow, some way able to find my size, I don't care what color, I don't care which model, whether it's like the loafer or the taller boot iteration, if I can find one, I'm probably going to pull the trigger if it's within the budget, because these are just so very rare. If you know more information about it, by the way, feel free to let me know. I would love to learn more and somehow kind of expand my knowledge based on you guys. So yeah, that is basically my grails list of 2020. I realize now that a vast majority of all of these are all black, and they're all like jackets and shoes, which, I mean, I guess is kind of indicative of my wardrobe. I think I'm actually very happy with where my collection of pants is at right now, and if you guys want to see that collection, feel free to put it in the comments below and I'll be happy to show you the different types of pants that I have. But yeah, that's, I guess, where my taste is headed. I'm thinking of doing a video where I'm kind of like updating you guys on what direction my wardrobe is taking, what my taste is taking, because it is definitely changing, and changing rather quickly. I believe that this list is primarily just jackets and shoes, just because outerwear tends to be a lot more expensive compared to everything else, and so does shoes a lot of the time as well. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Ton of fun to make. I really appreciate your guys' time. Go ahead and throw a comment down in the comments below if you want to have a conversation. But other than that, I appreciate you guys. Happy holidays. I hope you guys stay safe. And until my next video, I will catch you guys later.